I was scouring Google Earth, looking deep into the thick, isolated mountains. I felt like I was searching for a needle in a haystack. Before I noticed that what I was indeed looking for was everywhere, literally and symbolically. I was searching for something hundreds, if not thousands before me were, and indeed found, centuries ago. The pursuit of manifest destiny concerning the past and present leaves undefiable marks upon the earth in some of the most remote areas, allowing you to see for yourself a history of rich conquest and drive. The quest for purity and wealth is a tale as old as time for Western culture and civilization. It indeed knows no ends as time infinitely marches on. Atomic number 79, symbol AU of the periodic table of elements, has fueled every crusade and endeavor known to man to this day. The artifacts and history left behind on this mountain can attest to the very struggle man has endured since we started looking for gold.
I'd say this is in the 20s.
You think it's the 20s, huh?
Yeah. Well, they got a wood mill up there, and it's sitting on a trailer with with a semi-modern axle on it.
So where are we at right now? What do we got going?
Well, I'm not going to say the name.
Okay.
But it is named after the top of it's what you do when you get to the top of a mountain.
Top of a mountain, what we do. And we're going to be traveling up this road?
Yes.
So is this an actual town site though?
Yes, there was a town here.
Okay.
Most of which has fallen down, and
you can see all the tailings.
Yeah.
That's hardy right there. That's a lot of work.
There's we passed a lot of dredging on the way up here, and then there's a lot of like pot mark mines.
Okay.
That I could see from the road.
Look at this big vat. What do you?
Gold, not a trommel, but a shaker down there.
In this fencing, you think this was part of the town site too? This was just kind of like a
It could have been.
little town fence or something?
Yeah, they could have put that up to keep animals in here. This could have been so much fun. You gotta feed the miners, so they probably had cattle in there.
Yeah. A lot of dredging and hard rock mining, it looks like.
Well, a lot of what we were in past coming up here, they're basically mining into the gravel.
Okay.
Some pretty gravel.
Look at this old motor here. Wow. Check that baby out. The belt's still on it. Yeah. The belt's still on this.
Well, it's 50s. It's got a generator on it.
That's cool.
Flathead? No, that is not a flathead. That is an overhead valve. 4-cylinder. Look at that. Still has the sediment bowl on it. That'd be worth money to somebody.
You see the belt?
What's left
Belt's
of it?
still on it. Look at the fan. That's crazy.
Still got,
oh, the spark plugs are still in it, dude.
Yeah, this is a V8.
Look at that. Spark plugs.
It's got the carbontator on it still.
That's beautiful. Look at the paint. You don't see that paint either.
The distributor's horizontal and in the front. So this, I'd say this is a Ford motor.
Yeah, there's spark plugs in it.
Yeah, this is a Ford motor.
Wow. That is cool.
No idea on what the displacement would be. Could be like a 352 or something.
Look at the oil filter.
Housing still attached. It's not how you change it. Yeah, it's got the generator, motor mount still on it, starter still on it.
Some old tires.
Transmission still on it. It's an automatic.
This is kind of trippy, man. Look at this fence. It's like a little arch. Like this was you see, it was like a holding. It was definitely livestock, huh?
Well, look at the remains of the building that once stood there on the hillside.
Yeah, all washed down.
You gotta remember how much snow they get up here too.
That is true. Greta! Get out of there. And then you got this baby. True gem here. So this is definitely, what'd you say, 70s you thought?
20s.
20s?
I think it's when the town was up here. Come on, you think if they were doing this shit in the 70s, they'd have this? They'd probably have mobile homes or campers up here.
Well, someone picked up after this, right? They were dredging this stream bed. You see how broken up it is? So it's I mean, last time it was mined probably 70s, 80s.
Yeah, cause, you know, when all the gold played out in the lower valleys, they started, you know, getting smart and like, well, if we can't dig it out of the creek anymore, we gotta find out how to dig into the creek. So they just started working up all the mountainside little streams, and that's when they started to figure out how to look for flowstone or siltstone and all the other things to find the gold veins.
I'm gonna take a gander though and say this is gonna run still.
Well, yeah, it's electric motor.
Stop button pressed in. This is all custom built too.
I would imagine the plywood board that's all screwed to, is, you know, screened custom.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's moved in 30 years.
No, definitely. Definitely not. Grease every 30 rotations.
Yeah, you know that never gets greased.
Now, I'd assume it wouldn't. That's a great piece of machinery. It's a great find just to kind of start off before we go way up there. So you can see that all this was dredged. That's the equipment, part of what they use to dredge this. There's actually some more stuff over there tucked away. This is a whole operation and it's really cool. This is the stream. This is the moneymaker. You see how it's all broken up? All this waste rock put back in. All through here. Really cool. There is some more equipment over there. We'll go check on dirt roads. See what he has to say about this engine. I think he likes that more than all the mining stuff around here. And if we didn't mention, gold was the commodity here at this site. And we are up in the mountains. It's a beautiful day. And we're going to be making a 2-day trek through this range to discover these forgotten cities and powerhouses of mining and ingenuity.
This looks like the load chute for trommel or classifier at least.
Oh yeah. Yep. Really fine screen right there.
Those welds. Yep.
Those are farm welds right there.
Aircraft certified right there, buddy.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Boeing would totally hire.
Would they take a 3/4 plate and just weld it? This whole thing?
Keep it simple.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Beautiful foundation, still intact. This little valley is just wonderful. Looks gorgeous. Oh yeah. Hey, there's an old TV up here. Yeah, maybe this was used as target practice, huh?
That was a nice sized house.
Yeah, I think this was the workshop.
I think that was just someone's garage.
Oh yeah. Part of the cabin's still good to go, but yeah, there's definitely electricity. You think they were using that 4-cylinder?
No, that was a V8 down there.
Was it?
Yeah. The other side of the engine was just buried in the ground.
Oh. These are raspberry bushes too. That's what these are, and they're all eaten, picked through. Yeah, she's not doing as good as she was one day. We got some more mining equipment right up
Sawmill up there.
over on this hill. Is that what that is?
Yep.
It's a sawmill.
Yeah, you can see it's got the, you can see the hook for grabbing the logs or running through. The blade and all the actual cutting head is on, but
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm wondering if this was the business end of the town we're headed to. Get out of there. You don't know what's in there.
so glad she's getting in your truck and not mine.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime.
Look at this. This is for the logs.
Yep.
Right here. Old chain.
See how it's got the cups on them? On the chain?
Yeah.
Right here? I'd imagine that was to grab the end of the log to feed it into the machine.
Yep. Too cool.
You got the power plant right there.
Too
Looks
cool.
like it's got a flathead engine on it.
Check that out, man.
Lay your log on that and run it through where the saw would be.
Wow. This is one you don't see every day.
Old as shit, but looks like they scavenged a John Deere to make this work.
What do you think, Greta?
Yeah, it was definitely a sawmill. The cutter would have been
Unreal, man.
Yeah, this would have driven
Belt's
the saw.
still on.
And now it would have kicked out all your sawdust.
Unreal. That is too cool. Yeah, look at this. Winch cables are still on it, or pulley cables. This is really cool. I'm surprised no one's tried to take this and fix it up.
Straight, thick, flat head. Yeah, this is an old engine.
Really fantastic. This platform it's on, and look at this. Used to be on a railroad.
No, those are just the hubs. You guys can see the lug nut.
You don't think this was fit for size for a rail?
No, that's for putting like wheels and tires on.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can see all the lugs, the stud holes.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so this has been converted to run on an alternator.
Really fantastic. I wonder if there's fuel in here.
Yeah, well, as long as it's not Obama gas, it'd probably still be good.
Yeah, you can smell it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's fuel in there. It totally smells like varnish. Ooh, that's strong.
Greta, stop. Stop running through the mud. No, there.
So
Jeez.
she likes water.
Yeah, oh, she loves water. Look at her, though. Jeez.
She's like eating it.
She's going in the creek before we get in the car. Yeah, no, this is fantastic here. This is all scratched out, or the serial numbers.
The data plate?
Yep. Spark plugs are still in it. Let's pop one of these off for old time's sakes. Look at that. Yeah, AC right on the spark plug. I love that noise. Connects in the porcelain. Here it is.
Well, this bottle of oil has been up here for a while. Since the 90s. Because it has the 6.2 liter diesel it listed on the back of this. GM hasn't produced that engine in a very, very long time.
This kind of looks though.
That's an old bottle.
It's from Conoco.
Conoco. I was just looking see if there was a date in the bottle anywhere.
Look at this dog. What am I gonna do with this dog, dude?
Throw her ass in the creek.
I think so. Yeah, this is Get out of there. Get away from me.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm sure glad my dog doesn't have a fetish with water like that.
Jeez, I still can't get over this little lumber mill, man. I have not seen one of these out in the field. This is really cool. This is really cool. This supplied the mines and the town.
Well, I mean, they got plenty of trees out here. I'm sure a lot of the lumber that this thing cut came from these hills.
Yeah.
Pine beetles are just tearing the shit out of the hillside, though.
Everything. I've been watching the tree lines, and once a fire starts, this stuff's gonna go up like a tinder box. It's gonna be so dry with those pine beetles.
Well, you can see how the tops of all the trees are browning out.
Yeah.
That's all pine beetles.
They're killing them.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing entire forests.
Yep, but you know the environmentalists don't want us to log it because they don't want us to kill the forest. So we'll just let the pine beetles do it, and then it all goes up in smoke. So
Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, huh?
not only are we losing those resources, but we're also, having to deal with the degraded air quality and all the released carbon.
You see this old fridge?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? There's a couple of them.
There's one over here too.
Oh, hey. I think this is a kiln for melting.
Could have been.
Check that out. Look at this rock.
And that could have been the assay office behind you.
It very well might have been. Big fridge, a lot of beer and meat. This one's faring a little better, huh? Check that out. That's old, dude.
Yeah, back when fridges actually were worth a shit.
Yeah.
When they actually worked and you could fix them. Oh, look at that. That guy must have been worried that was going to fly away, dude. He's got like a whole box of nails in that damn thing.
Oh,
That's probably
yeah.
where that came from was that. That's probably part of the chimney.
Check that out. What a strange thing. Yeah, look at, there's a couple raspberries on this.
Yes, baby.
That's a good one for you. This one's gonna be tart. Oh yeah. That is good.
Oh, look at all those ones. You got to risk tetanus to get to those ones, but
Greta, get out of here. Wow, these are some real fatties. Definitely a lot of raspberries around here. That's good stuff. Nothing beats that. Oh, I see a carcass over here. There's like ribs or something.
yeah, I've seen that probably too. Or the last tourist that was over.
It very well might be. Looks like a deer, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a little Bambi.
Mountain lion probably got it.
Yeah, I'd say so, given that the raspberries are still pretty plentiful. I don't think anything's been poking around here.
Don't die.
Try not to. Yeah, that's an obscene amount of nails. Yeah, that's right where you belong. You need to take a bath. Hopefully she just lays in it. Yeah, all this is part of the gold mining operation, and there's actually stuff over there. We're gonna see if we can't get a peek of that as well. Look at this. I think those are all core samples. Now we're kind of locked away in here. So this is after the 1900s town site. This site here was what the miners picked up on and continued mining for gold. And it's completely collapsed. Just bent down. I mean, just warped from the snow. Look at this. It's a power washer in there. But look at this. These are all core samples. Ladders. Golly. Yeah, there's a power washer. See this? Those are all core samples over there. This is insane, man.
Yeah.
Look at these rocks. Look at all these different rocks. Even a shaker over there. Yeah, it's just completely collapsed. So this road's taking us way up there, and supposedly there's a couple mills. Montana Dirt Roads is on the KLR. I'm in the Yoda, and we're making good ground. Had some, I don't know, some scraggle, nothing too bad. Was able to clear everything. The road's starting to open up a little more right here, so we're looking good. And now we're completely engulfed by a storm, which I don't like, but either way, I think we can come out the backside of this canyon if anything were to go wrong. But look at these views, just beautiful. Looks like Dirt Roads sees something over here. What do we? Nancy. What year does that say?
1869.
1869.
Well, we know they were up here at least at that time.
Yeah. 1869. That's crazy. Look how rudimentary it is too.
I love the craftsmanship of the little fence, though. That's actually really cool.
It is. It's really nice.
Looks like a baby crib.
Yeah. I wonder if this was a child.
A lot of times they did this to keep, critters out of the grave.
Okay. You can see, is that like mortar poured over the grave, like cast over it, kind of? It almost looks like,
It could have been worked over throughout the years, too. Hard saying.
Wow.
It's different.
Check that out. The window frame's still in there. Looks like it burnt down.
Oh, they probably tried burning it down and they abandoned it.
So no one else could use it?
Yeah.
A lot of chipmunks running around.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we got dinner.
I mean, modern masonry, to get this, you just stick it to the side of a existing structure to make it look this way. They just built it out of rock.
Yeah. This you don't see.
This is some rocky shit out here, and it goes down into this pretty deep.
Yeah, you don't see this a lot. What is the year on this?
There's a sign up here.
The grave site was 1869. That's a long time.
1863.
1863.
Union City Mill.
All stone. Except for, you know, your trim and your door. But look at the sap still coming off that.
Do that. Imagine that. All the pressures going,
So, though that foundation of the city we were just at,
Yeah.
people would come all the way down here to work in the mill.
You mean up here?
Yeah.
Probably. If not, they probably had cabins, you know, smattered about the woods in here.
Back in the 1800s.
So if this was 1863, if that's when they put this in here, they might have still been using leftover square-headed nails.
Very well coulda.
But I don't see a lot of, you know, use for nails in here.
Right. A lot of bolts.
Yeah. There's some round nails up there. Oh, there's a square nail.
Is
right
there?
Below the right-hand side of the window there. There's a square nail in that 2x6.
This is a pretty crazy sight, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we don't see this a lot in our explorers. Not this stonework, and it's expertly done. It's just there's a lot of craftsmanship in this, a lot.
Well, it was definitely built to last.
Yeah, it
Whether
was.
they wanted it to last this long or not.
I love those old frames sitting up there. That is so cool.
Yeah, and like this is all one building at one point.
Right. This was one building. It was clunking and moving and had people yelling and screaming.
Oh yeah, you know it was loud as hell in there.
Oh yeah. Check that out. Old window panes.
The glass is long gone.
Yeah. Yeah, window frame, huh?
Schoolroom?
Maybe.
Oh, dude, I found this must be like a powder room.
Oh yeah. Check that out.
Jack's utility belt, like Batman.
Let's check this out. Oh, look at that arch.
It's like the only intact room here.
That is cool.
I'll bet you that the door on this was probably about as thick as the one that was on the powder room at Fort Buford, about 3/16 a quarter inch.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, take note of that door, huh? Check that out.
Obviously, someone just lifted it off the hinges, and they had to get it up here by horse. So you're not going to get like a 4-inch thick steel door up here. That would take a lot of manpower to muscle down into here. That would be like set the door first and then build everything else around it.
Right.
There's obviously a second floor to this.
Yeah. That's my favorite part, that window.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's just so cool. Look at how they cut that wood. You don't see that with the arch, you know what I mean? That's 3 pieces of wood.
Craftsmanship
Instead of just a square. Just little details like that are just friggin' awesome.
That might just be a thumbnail pic.
That window?
Maybe.
Definitely could be. Oh, there's a couple cans here.
Careful around that wall. Like that top portion looks like it's about ready to topple over.
Yeah, it does.
wondering if maybe they didn't, fire treat these because of the chemicals that they were using. You know that they were probably using cyanide in here.
Oh, absolutely.
Arsenic, cyanide. I always get those two mixed up.
Absolutely. They were doing everything under the sun. I'm sure there were a couple different methods used throughout this, the life of this area.
It's too small for a ball.
A cool site that I'm kind of glad it's preserved in a way. It's fenced, It's respected. Fence is taken care of.
You can say what you want about mining, but those were much hardier men than we were.
Oh yeah.
Or ever will be.
Oh yeah. Just
And
nonstop.
They did great things. I did great things with very little things and very underappreciated.
Well, too, this is it's a lifestyle. It's a life. You know what I mean? You can't clock out or clock in when you're going about a business like this. Especially being on the frontier in the 1800s.
Here where they got
To build this as it was in today's money.
Yeah, this would be like a $3 million project.
It really would.
If you think about it, 'cause this is this is an incredibly labor-intensive way to build walls. This is more labor-intensive than bricks because you have to find specific rocks that will interlock with each other.
Absolutely, and these are hand. This is hand, you know what I mean? There was a guy with a chisel and a mallet, and he was fashioning these rocks, working them.
You can see, like, where they were
Yeah, oh yeah.
troweling this shit, too.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, this would be easily, if this was as it was when it was in operation, this would be easily a $3 million building.
And it's crazy, and the part that wows me the most is 1866. 1866, so
They built this out of area country
we
rock
weren't
and
even a
probably local
country
timber.
for 100 years.
But we weren't even a state yet.
It was a territory. There were, natives running around. There was Indian wars with Custer. There was the Civil War was going on.
Yeah.
It's insane. This wasn't vehicle. This was
So you gotta
a
think
group
that
of
way.
people with a vision.
So, yeah, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah.
With the Civil War going on, everybody our age would have been fighting.
Oh yeah.
So this was built by a bunch of gray bush dudes
Yep.
that were like, probably in their late 50s.
Absolutely.
This was all built by people that were too old for wartime.
Absolutely. And the crazy part too, when you think about it, this almost reflects that New England construction vibe.
It has like an English.
Yeah, doesn't it? So this was probably stonemasons who were, whose fathers originally settled in the New England territories or colonies. And then 100 years later, that trade was passed on and executed flawlessly right here in the bush.
So all the machinery they use here was transported in 26 ox-drawn wagons over the Bozeman Trail. Remember the Bozeman Trail?
26.
Boy, we're kind of familiar with the Bozeman Trail.
We did a video on
Bloody
the Bozeman Trail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where the Indians started messing up the Pilgrims because they kept shooting up all the Indians' game, and then the military started shooting up the Indians because they were shooting up the Pilgrims, and then it was just it was bloody.
And the Bozeman Trail was the crossroad between either the gold fields in California or the gold fields in Montana.
Well,
you would have took either,
the Bozeman Trail was actually the wagon road to get to this mining region.
Right. But what I'm saying is if people were into gold mining, you would have either chose Bozeman Trail or the Oregon Pass to get to California.
Yeah, it's kind of like turn left to go to this state or this state.
Right. That's all it was. It was a territory.
Yeah, the intersection was in Casper.
Right. Absolutely. Casper, Wyoming.
So because the Bozeman Trail was supposed to be a faster, easier way because the original way to get up into the original gold mining fields, the panning fields of Montana. Yeah, it was almost a jeep trail that you had to go with covered wagons. It was really rocky and steep, and with just wagons didn't like it, so John Bozeman scouted out the Bozeman Trail to make it easier to get to all the mining fields. Bozeman started as a supply hub for all the
Yes, that's what it was supposed to be. And this was part of the original boom. This was part of the original gold rush.
This was right after all the placer claims played out.
Yep.
So that's when they started to figure out lode mining, that were hard rock digging into the ground instead of digging up the river bottom.
Wouldn't you love to find their old tunnel? Just what it would look like. It was sheer, just grit. They just blasted through the earth. In 1866, they just destroyed themselves trying to get the gold.
If they weren't lucky enough to have steam drills, they were all their blast holes they were doing with hammer and chisel.
It's crazy.
You have one guy holding on to a rod and the other guy swinging the hammer.
Just chucking earth.
That's a lot of trust in your work partner.
Right.
Swinging a 20-pound sledge as you're holding just a pointy steel stick.
And what's unique too is how isolated this would have been in '66, right?
Oh yeah, you were in the middle of nowhere.
We had I mean, we're pretty isolated. We haven't seen anybody
Those two
for hours.
that passed us like hours ago.
Yeah. I mean, we don't hear anyone, but in 1866, there's no town you can go to. You're just, you know what I mean? There's nothing.
Well, for the closest town would have been the first place that we stopped today.
Yeah.
And I ran my tracker. That's 2 miles as the road goes.
Right.
To get there. Well, if you're doing that on horse, that's like a 3-4 hour jaunt.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this road probably, I don't know if the road was better or worse.
Now, in this area, you'd know this one. I'm a Northern Pacific, Great Northern person. What was the rail company that would have picked up all this fine pay dirt? All this gold?
1866, it wouldn't have been the Milwaukee. They weren't over here yet. They didn't come through Montana until 1907. So this would have been Northern Pacific. Northern Pacific cut right through, right over this range, right? No, that way. Yeah.
That way.
They're more. I think they're more to like the north of us.
Wild. And then the Milwaukee obviously got this stretch, right?
I don't think they ever did come down here.
They didn't?
They were more middle state.
Were they?
Up north, yeah.
Were they?
Like the Milwaukee did share a line with the Northern Pacific that went through like Maiden up towards Great Falls. They shared a bridge more or less.
And we're not far from Wyoming either. Realistically, rail commute
probably 150 miles or something like that.
So it wouldn't be strange to think a short line tried to profit off this area as well.
Well, I'm pretty sure they probably started off with their own railroad like a lot of places did.
Right. So we're making our way further down the canyon. We had to backtrack a bit, and I don't know if you can see that mountain rim on our side, but we found us a portal. Check that out. So there's a couple workings up here. And this is all from that city we originally visited down below. And it is tight right here. Holy cow. How's she looking? Check that out. Did you see the original down there?
I would imagine this is the original one.
You think this is?
Yeah. Looks like they robbed some guardrail off the interstate for
Pinnings?
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't climbing into that one.
Maybe just a little look. Air smells horrible in that one.
I should have brought my air meter with me. I didn't even think about it.
I don't even have one yet.
I do, courtesy of the refinery of oil. Echo in there?
Echo!
Oh, that sounds soft.
Incredibly soft.
How much fucking timber they got in there?
Nothing, they just got a bunch of pinnings on the top.
Wait, is it a fence with rock wool?
Yeah, it's boarded up way down there.
Yeah, I ain't playing with that.
Neither am I.
I mean, it looks like the face of the cliff here is about ready to come down at any moment.
Look at all these workings. Yeah, this is crazy. It is very fragile rock.
Yeah. It looks like that first header is like got a nice load to it as well. Greta.
Hey, there are shoe prints in here.
Huh?
There's shoe prints in here.
I can't hear you.
Shoe prints. Look at that. Crazy looking mine. This is really bad rock. You can see how rich it is though. Look at that. Deposits right there. Keep zooming this so I can see. Yeah, we're gonna get into more easily accessible one. There's one right down the road here. Greta, get out of there. Get out of that.
Makes sense, but it's still open. We're on patchy ground.
Oh, is that what it is?
I had to check. Because it kind of looks like, you know, it was closed off and released to the Forest Service at one point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
They did try to fence it off.
It is nasty in there, man.
Oh, yeah, well, like...
That's a dangerous one. Look at that one. This has got to be caved.
Yeah, this one definitely looks a lot sketchier than the last one.
Yeah,
Cave?
I think it is.
Or just a lot more sketchy?
I don't feel like this one's as sketchy. Oh, wow, you can see silver in here, man. There's silver right here.
Are you sure it's silver?
Positive. That is silver ore. It's all over in here. What the heck? It's just a bunch of silver. Check that out. Isn't that wicked looking?
Well, it collapsed a little bit right where you're standing.
There's ore all over this. It's all over in here.
Yeah, it still looks pretty crumbly.
Oh, it's crumbly. I'm just, the air is not as bad. I'm just going to this ribbon.
It doesn't feel like it's got any ventilation to it. I don't feel a draft.
I think this wraps to the other.
We could have a crosscut.
Oh, it's caved right here, dirt roads.
That's cave. That's a cave in.
Is it?
At least it did for a short, spurt.
As we go deeper and deeper into this mountain, we keep uncovering more and more. This next area, I mean, basically you can chalk it up. This whole range is a gold mine. This is probably one of the biggest continuous stretches of mining operations since the mid 1800s that I've ever seen. And just check this out. You can tell this area here has been mined. Look at that. Look at all the tailings and everything, the waste. Isn't that crazy? So we're going up to another one right now. And this is a whole nother section. I think all of it was gold, and I think a byproduct of silver. I believe that little offshoot must have been exploratory, or it was collapsed. It was one of the originals, I'm thinking, just due to how harsh it was and the raw timbers comparatively to the other working that looked like it was going to cave in with the wrong move. But again, the road's getting a little rougher as we go, and that's fine. As you know, you're getting to something not a lot of people make it to. We are way up here. It's beautiful. I really am hoping to reach this mine because there's been several technical obstacles that I just barely cleared. I didn't get them on camera, but it was hairy. I had to throw it in 4-low, crawl, diff lock, everything. I'm starting to think that Montana Dirt Roads just wanted to ride this road and told me there was a mine up here, and we're just riding this road. Hopefully that's not the case, but I'm not seeing a mine. I'm seeing this road. It's good now, and we're making good time up here, but holy cow, to cross that summit, that was no joke. That made me nervous. Oh, look at this. Got some free range cattle. Come on, get out of the way. Yeah. So we're climbing up this hill. This is just, I don't even know where we're at this point. dirt roads as the rains, but we're definitely gaining and losing altitude. Made it down to this structure here, and holy cow, it is just way back here. And you can see they mined all of this. See how opened up this is? Look at all the tailings, all the junk over there. I mean, I'm standing on a big pile of tailings, but there's a shack here, and I'm curious if there's some equipment that's been left. Dirt Roads is over here poking around as well. Check that out. What do you got there?
I don't know if this is for water control or if this was their mine. But you got a in memory of sign right here.
Yeah, check out this old siding too, man. Holy cow. It's all boarded up and everything.
I don't know if that was for irrigation or if that was just...
Get out of there.
You had it.
Get out of there. Get out. Greta, get out of there.
Well, at least you got cleaner water down there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There is.
To your left, by your left knee, there's a sign there.
Really? Come sit a spell and relax in memory of our buddy, Digger Stevens, 1957 to 2003. This very well might be his. Might be his claim. Get out of there. What is this? Trash. There's a bunch of little streams and things all over in here.
Generator, maybe?
Yeah, there's some good quartz chunks just in this river. That looks like a bit out of a... This is an isolator, man.
Well, then that must have been what was there, a generator.
Yeah. It's a good old chunk of isolator.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is for a generator. It should be leave a space in the middle open so you can get to like the oil can and stuff. They had a generator here.
Really a big one too, huh? Do they?
Yeah.
That has to be the vent. Wouldn't you think?
Huh?
Wouldn't you think that's the vent for that mine over there?
Well, we're going the opposite direction.
Yeah, that is true. This is a really cool stream.
Yeah, it is.
I bet you if you spend enough time up here, you'd get some floatstone.
Oh, I'm sure if you just got into the hillside up here, you'd find you'd get some flake out of it.
Yeah, this whole thing's just like quartz and all sorts of different...
Yeah, there's a lot of quartz in there.
A lot of different host rock, huh? Little mini waterfall.
I can't tell what that is.
I think it's just algae. Oh.
It looks like it's part of the rock.
It does. That looks rich, doesn't it?
Whatever it is. Oh, look, here's another one. Yep.
Oh, they're all over.
Definitely probably why they were digging around up here.
Yeah, this whole area has been dug out. Everything. Look at all the rock they pulled out of this.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't know if this is washed or hauled in. Like, did they pull this? Is it all this from up here? Or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of looks like it was just dumped there by a dump truck. Come on, people. Guess I can't get too mad. These cans do not look like they're from this decade. So,
No.
no.
Oh yeah, this is a burn pit.
That's an old can. Some of this looks relatively new.
Feeney's
with lemon, Diet Coke
imported.
with lemon.
I'm surprised there's no equipment here. They pulled it.
Scrappers probably came up here and drug it all out.
You think so?
Yeah, this thing ain't long for the world.
What the heck?
Yeah. I'll bet you at that mine that we were just at, this is their power pole.
You think this is the power pole for the mine we were just at?
That's the only mine that's up here.
That's insane. What the heck? There's one power pole on the side of this mountain.
I'm sure there's more that we just can't see, but you know, I mean, what else is? Where else are they going to run it? Unless there was a mine that we missed.
Dude, I think this is going to be a gnarly drive.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking that too.
I think this is going to be pretty nasty.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Good thing we're going down it.
This is beautiful, isn't it?
Yep.
We're starting to burn daylight. This is our road we're on. We're on a service road up here. It's kind of narrow. Really gorgeous though. Just stunning up here. We're catching the sunset. We're trying to find a nice level spot to set up camp, but everywhere is just full of rocks. Nobody's set up a camp out here where we're at. So we're gonna head down a little bit, try to find a nice bench. Not sure how that goes, but I'd like to find a site. It's what, 6:30 right now? I'd like to find a site by, well, I don't know, 7:30. Get that last hour of dusk to kind of fine-tune things at camp. But we'll see. I'll fill you guys in once we get closer to camp. Just a gorgeous day out on the trail. Happy to share it. Thanks for tagging along with me, and I appreciate your time.
Soul searching, fall apart, tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler before I really bleed. Salvation, a quick fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, I never would.